Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Football Insights. My name is Kobo and welcome back to another video. This is your Champions League semi-final preview. Today, Arsenal is playing against PSG at the Emirates Stadium. So we're going to, combine it, the Arsenal game and then the tomorrow's game. That is the Barcelona versus Inter Milan game, the Olympic Stadium. So, Champions League preview. Make sure you click on the subscribe button. This video is proudly sponsored by M-Sports. M-Sports, the leading betting company in Ghana. So click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell. Champions League preview. Let's get straight into the video. So we are starting with the Arsenal game, Arsenal versus PSG game. It is going to be a very difficult test for Arsenal and then even for PSG because PSG are playing away game at the Emirates. So it is going to be a very difficult test for Arsenal and then for PSG. Let's quickly check out some team news that is there. Ricardo Calafiori is out of the game. He is not playing. He's injured. He's out. Miguel Merino is back into the squad, and that is going to help Arsenal a lot. Ben White is also back into the squad list. So that is the team news that we have for Arsenal. The PSG traveling squad, let's go into that. We have Donnarumma here, Hakimi, Kimpembe, we have Marquinhos, we have Kricha Kvaratskhelia, Fabian Ruiz, we have Gonzalo Ramos, Dembele, Desiree Doué, my boy is also here. We have Vitinha, we have Lee Kanye or Kanye Lee, Lucas Hernandez is also here. Mayulu is also here. Bradley Bacola, Zayn Emery, Berardo. We have Mbaye Pacho, that is William Pacho, their defender. We have, Tenos, and then Joao Neves, the special boy. So this is the team news. This is the traveling squad that PSG, the Array boys, sent to England, North London, the Emirates Sports Stadium. Today, we are going to see them. Today, and this game is going to be a very difficult test. Even though I have said it on countless occasions on bigger platforms, KSS Pro, you can go there and go and check our watch along, the Arsenal versus Real Madrid watch along. I said that I don't see Arsenal qualifying. I don't see them qualifying into the final. From where I sit, from what I have, analyzed, I don't see Arsenal qualifying for the final, the final of the competition because of the attacking powers of PSG and how PSG operates. Their fullbacks, that is Nuno Mendes, Hakimi, are going to be very key in this particular game because go and check. Hakimi has over 20 goals and assists for PSG this season. So it means that he's very, 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 very key. He's very, very, very important in their setup. When they want to score goals, whether it is going to be assist, chances creation, key passes, Nuno Mendes is there to save the situation. Hakimi is there to overlap and save the situation. That is if their attacking powers are not scoring enough. If they are not pulling the numbers, these guys, Mendes and then Hakimi, will come and then they will give PSG the numbers. Their coach is also a factor. He has seen this before. He has done a whole lot of things in his career. So it is going to be very difficult for Arsenal to contain PSG. Just to contain them not to score because they are going to score. And if they don't take care, it is going to be, more goals from PSG. They will do to what they did to Aston Villa at the Villa Park. Aston Villa was thinking, no, PSG can come and then, we are going to tame them. They are not going to score. You can't tame PSG. What you can do is to manage the situation. But as to, you not allowing them to score, it is going to be very difficult for you as a team. Because of their attacking powers, because of their fullbacks, Hakimi and then Nuno Mendes. So PSG, very, 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 favorite to win this particular competition. I see them as one of the favorite, but I want Inter Milan to win. When we go to the Inter Milan game, we'll talk about that. But let's quickly talk about Arsenal. Arsenal also have this belief, Liverpool has won the league already. They are not in the Carabao Cup. They are not in the FA Cup. So their only hope is the Champions League this season. And they are believing that they can win the Champions League for the first time in their club history. So as the Arsenal boys, they have motivation. Motivation is on their side. They have been to the Champions League final in 2006 where they lost against FC Barcelona, the Ronaldinhos, those boys. So Arsenal have, motivation. That is when they sent into a game with Real Madrid. So there is a motivation there. But PSG are manageable. PSG is not Real Madrid. So you don't need anything like, those things I was saying about the Real Madrid Arsenal preview, or saying that there should be no panic and all of that. PSG, they are manageable. You can manage them. They have not won the competition they have not won the competition before. So they are not that team that are very, very difficult to play against. So you don't even need that, believe, don't panic and all of that. No, Arsenal needs to to be themselves. Just be yourself and play football. Be yourselves and play football. Use your tactics right. The defense must be solid to tame the PSG attack. The midfield should be solid because Joao Neves, Vitinha, and Desiree Doué. I am expecting Desiree Doué to play in the middle with a three-man midfield of Vitinha and then Desiree Doué. So I'm expecting Desiree Doué to be in the middle, and then sometimes you will join the attack for them to be four. I'm expecting Bradley Bakola to start in this particular game, Creature Cavaskelia, and then Osmani Dembele. But now, Bakola is not starting the game as I want. So I don't know what Luis Enrique is going to do, but I'm expecting Bakola, Dembele, and then, Creature Cavaskelia as the front line. Desiree Doué will come and join them to be, a four-man attack. You have Hakimi also coming. You have Nuno Mendes also overlapping. So the attack, all you have to do is to tame the attack. Your midfield should be solid. Partey will be very key. Partey should, help the situation, help the defenders. Operating as a makeshift right back. Sometimes you come in the middle and then you try to control the middle because you are playing against two brilliant players. Two brilliant players. That is Joao Neves and then Vitinha. So as Thomas Partey, be very, 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 very composed in this particular game, and then Arsenal will be fine. I think Arsenal will be fine. They all had solid goalkeepers, David Raya and then Donnarumma. So this game is going to be very difficult for the both side. But if you want to know my prediction, I see this game to be a 2-2 draw. I see this game to be a 2-2 draw. It is sensing a 2-2 draw. But there is some part of me that is also saying that PSG are going to win by 2-1. That is my score prediction. You can go to M Sports, visit M Sports, and then stake your bet there. A lot of us are there, so visit M Sports and stake your bet. I'm seeing 2-2 draw between Arsenal and PSG, but some part of me is also saying that PSG will win by 2-1 against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I have to say about the Arsenal PSG game. It is going to be a very difficult test. I won't lie, it is going to be a very difficult test for the both sides. Very, very difficult for both sides. But the first leg will be very key. If you win the first leg, it will be very key for you to qualify into the final of the Champions League competition. Let's move to Barcelona, Inter Milan at the Olympic Stadium. Inter Milan are coming away. The second leg is going to be Giuseppe Meazza San Siro at Italy or in Italy. So Barcelona coming into a game, an extra time game against Real Madrid. I think they have rested enough, even though it is not that long, of course, it is not that long time, but they have rested enough. Even Inter Milan played, I think they played on Sunday. Yeah, Inter Milan played on Sunday. They have to play against FC Barcelona on Wednesday, so they will be traveling to Spain. But this game is also a very difficult test. I feel that the winner of the Champions League will come from this side. That's how I feel. The winner of the Champions League will come from this side. As we speak, we don't have a team news. As of the time of recording, there should be a press conference going on. So if there is any necessary information, I will update it on my post. So make sure you go there and then you check some necessary updates that will come. But Barcelona, Inter Milan, Robert Lewandowski probably out. Balde, we are hearing that Balde can come back and play against Inter Milan. I think it will be very key. If he comes back, it is going to be very difficult for Inter Milan, and it is going to be very good for FC Barcelona too. So the team news, I don't know what actually happening with the team news because we are not privy to the the pre-match press conference yet. But Barcelona are very, very, very one of the favorites to win this particular competition. Inter Milan, I want them to win. I'm not saying they are the favorite, but I want them to win this particular competition for certain reasons. But Inter Milan should be very careful. Inter Milan should be very careful. Be very careful of Lamine Yamal. Be very careful of Rafinha. And be very careful of Fermin Lopez if he comes from the bench. These three players, Inter Milan should be very careful of them. because these players can cause a lot of havoc in their backline. Inter Milan has lost three games on a bounce, and they are coming into this game. Barcelona should also be very careful. The fact that Inter Milan has lost 3 games on a bounce doesn't mean that you would disrespect them. You are not going to give them respect. They are a dangerous animal in the Champions League. It's been over 20 games since 2013 that they lost in the Champions League final. It's been almost like 20 games, and then they have lost just 2. So they are a dangerous animal in the Champions League, a monster in the Champions League. So Barcelona should be very careful. Even though Inter Milan has lost 3 games in a bounce, Barcelona should be very careful of Inter Milan. They should be very careful of Inter Milan. And then Inter Milan are solid defensively when it comes to the Champions League, because they have conceded only 5 goals in the Champions League. They have played about 12 games in the Champions League, conceded only 5 goals. It should tell you something. That, of course, Inter Milan are a very strong side, and I think that this game is going to end. I see a 1-1 draw between each other, but I see Barcelona also winning 2-1, and then they send the game into Giuseppe Meazza, and we see what happens there. Inter Milan should be very careful. They shouldn't allow Barcelona to score more in the first leg. They should learn from what happened in the Signal Iduna Park. That is the Dortmund game, and then I think Inter Milan will be fine. Inter Milan will be fine. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been your preview of the Champions League. Make sure you click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell. This is Football Insights. Make sure you go to M Sports, and then you stake your bet at M Sports, the leading betting company in Ghana. Share this particular video, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for your time. This is Football Insights. My name is Kobo, and peace.